Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Let me offer millions of Varga, Nam Anishta Santana Sovichai. What? All present past future Vaishnavas, Tavatana Pranam, Vancha Kalpataru Vyasya Krupa Sindhu Devacha Patitano, Bhavanevi, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Yesterday, disappearing day of Sri Gurudev and also appearing day of Sri Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj. Then tomorrow is Sapala Ekadasi. Also disappearance of Bhakti Prakash Aranya Goswami Maharaj. So tomorrow is Ekadasi. Is that part of it first? This Ekadasi is amazing. Every Ekadasi is amazing. Sapala, meaning the word Sapala meaning in Sanskrit or in Hindi. Sapal. Uh, it becomes successful in every endeavor. Something like that. Sapala. Sap- oh, Sapaloja. You know, become victorious in everything. Uh, so like that, it's Sapala meaning. So this Ekasi is like that. We perform this, will be victorious. Uh, especially our victory from the about the overcoming the illusory potency. See, that is the thing. So this Ekasi will definitely uh, fully follow. It will enable us. We can overcome this Bhavasaga. Otherwise, very difficult. Very difficult to get over. So Krishna is telling Yudhishthira Maharaj, to the question. हाँ? नहीं कितना है? चार हाँ इसमें हो जाएगा ना. गैस भी बाबू भी थोड़ी देगा पता नहीं. तेल भी थोड़ी देगा. हाँ? अभी निकल रहा है. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking and Krishna is telling, oh Yudhishthira, because I'm friendly dealing with you, I'm telling you this. It satisfies me so much. There is nothing else can satisfy me. See, I'm telling you this but don't repeat it. Don't think it is repeated. Because it's so important. I tell you. Nothing. Because you can see Krishna himself, he says, uh, if you do just this ekasi, He will be satisfied so much. There is nothing else higher than that that can satisfy him. And then one who follows this eka becomes Atishaya Priya, meaning highest, dear to me, most very dear. And for such a person in this world, he will not have any shortcomings or anything, and he will attain uh, liberation. And he is stressing about the as much as he can tomorrow night. Uh, Jagarna, meaning awaken. Not awaken, but to Hari Kirtan or Kirtan like that. So, and he says, all the vratas together, one side, even 1/16th of uh, this being awake, uh, not be equivalent to this. You know, the fruit that you get with thousands and thousands of austerities, tapasya, you cannot get this much. So you can very easily can obtain. Imagine 1,000 years, um, thousand. You don't live for 1,000 years. Uh, but even if you do, for example, then you do all of lot of that, it will not be equivalent. So the Lord is telling uh, one pastime about this. There was a town, Champavati. There was a king with 5 children. The eldest one, Lumpak, you know, name was Lumpak, but he was not a good person, bad character, always associating with other ladies and then even prostitutes, so much interest. Then drinking, smoking, these bad habits, bad association. Then once we have that, he was criticizing Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, Devatas. So what the king did, he rejected him. He sent him away from his palace. Just go. And all his relatives, everybody rejected him. So what he can do now? He went to the big forest, very deep forest. So there he could not see any way to continue his life. So he was doing cheating or robbery and all that. Huh? So uh, sometimes he was caught, but thinking he's the son of king, so they used to let him go. Like that, it was happening. Uh, but in the night time, uh, he used to come near a holy fig tree. Huh? Just to lie down. And he used to kill animals and then fruits, like he was staying in. One time, what happened was, uh, because of his previous life, good deeds, previous life, uh, the Dashmi, like today, tomorrow is Ekadasi, Dashmi came. That day, he only he took fruits. Uh, then in the night, because it was cold, and then now it's winter time. India is winter time, very cold, especially North India and all that, very, very cold. Uh, there is no heat like Western countries, very cold. So he was under the tree, no blanket, nothing, very shivering. So he could not, lost all energy. So when the sun came out next day, Ekadasi day, uh, somehow gathered some strength, like a bird, like a baby, crawling, went to this forest and then got hold of some fruits, roots like that, and then came back. He didn't have even strength to take. So he lie down. Huh? Then sun went down. Uh, he became very weak because he didn't take anything. Then was feeling very cold, very weak. So that time, fearing death will come, he prayed. Then the roots that he brought, he gave it to the root of this tree. That is the uh, Vishnu stays in that tree. He put it there and he said, I'm offering this to you for your satisfaction. Please protect me. Oh, please be satisfied. So like that, he did not eat anything and also no sleep because when you are weak, senses are no strength. You don't feel. So then, when the morning came out, Lord Vishnu, because he offered that fruit, he considered it as his puja, and then that night he was awake, no sleep, nothing, no drink, and the whole day. He considered it completion of the Sapala Ekadasi. That day happens to be Sapala Ekadasi. So then there was a ethereal voice. Oh, Lumpak, you know, you are able to complete this Ekadasi. So because of that, uh, he will become a king. Huh? Uh, and then at that very moment, all his sins were washed out. See, sun came. Voice came, sins were finished. His mentality became very pure. And then birth of a Vaishnava intelligence, Vaishnava mentality. Uh, then he obtained a kingdom without any disturbance. Huh? Like that, he ruled that kingdom for 15 years. Then he gave it to his children, and then he took renounced order. And when the death came, time for departure of his body. then you obtain lotus feet of Sri Krishna. So Krishna is, oh king, Yudhishthira, like this one who follow this because he like this, he will obtain this worldly happiness and also you will obtain uh, uh, you know moksha. So one who shows interest in this vrata, he is most fortunate. His life will be successful. There is no doubt on it. If you listen to this Harikatha and tell others, just by doing that, you will get equivalent to doing a Rajasya Yajna. So, as much as we can, being awake. Awake meaning chanting, chanting. Even if you are alone, loud chant loudly. If you are other devotees, it will be even easier. Uh, we should start actually uh, some time back. I don't know. Uh, Singapore, this devotee Mohan used to do 24 hours kirtan, right? City. Maybe we should request him there to revive it. Or any of you can do. If you little pre-programming, gradually I will tell you, whole world will catch up with it. Word goes around, you know. So 1 hour slot or half an hour slot, everybody chanting. If not, you put on Gurudev chanting, or Swami Maharaj chanting like that. Uh, at least if somebody interested in doing like awake, not because it will be easy, it will be in the internet huh? Or WhatsApp, easier to follow. Uh, like we can see in the life of Vaman Maharaj was amazing. Uh, like our Gurudev, Gurudev never complain, never criticize, never stop chanting. 365. So many things. Wow, amazing. Now, Vaman Maharaj, there is no difference in a sense, practically. Our Gurudev and Vaman Maharaj, no difference. Um, so, he was um, like he says few things and then we'll discuss. So what he's teaching is Upadesha, is instruction, summary of so many instructions, summary of instructions. Uh, for everyone, we should become free, free in a sense from all these material things. Loudly we should do Harinam. Uh, so without nirbandha, without any shackles, right? Without any binding. What do you mean by that? With steady mind, with Vyakulama, with feeling, deep feeling, like crying, crying. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You should come. The crying will come when we feel the separation. We have to feel the separation from Nama Prabhu, Gurudev, cry. Like baby, when the mother is not there, it starts crying. Oh, mommy. Uh, because it knows cannot survive or you know only sustenance is mother. So we should have that feeling. Oh, third Guru, third Krishna, third name, Bhagavan now. Nama Prabhu. I cannot sustain, I cannot maintain my sustenance. Every second, my life, everything depends on now. So if I don't, uh, you I forget, you know. So like that power, that feeling, uh, that feeling when we take the name that is called Nirbandha. Nirbandha means without any attachment, without any shackles. Huh? And then with that we can do Sankhya Purvak, some round, rounds of chanting. Uh, when we are in the filled up with so many unwanted things, anarthas, we are not yet cleansed. When we take that name, so the practitioner, sadhaka, or practitioner, the beginning, pure name is not going to happen. Only nama aparada. But with so much great enthusiasm and respect, if you take name, now chanting, then it becomes like nama vas, semblance, nama, siddhanama, semblance, shadow of siddhanama. And then Shuddhanama, pure name. You get inspiration to do that. Chaitanya Jiva, he's saying conscious tongue. Right now our tongue is not conscious. We have to force it. You know, uh, you know, the tongue. So the Shuddhanam comes by a conscious tongue. When our tongue becomes transformed into uh, conscious, then afterwards, Nami Parabrahma. Nama Nami. uh, Parabrahma. Lord, we have his audience and we can do real seva. To do real seva, we become qualified to do that. Now, to do Sri Nama Prabhu, to do chanting, he says we have to have four qualities: meekness, dainya, meek, daya, compassion, meek, feeling low, compassion, giving respect to others, and giving up false ego, pratishtha varja. दैन्य दया अन्य मान प्रतिष्ठा वर्जन चारि गुणे गुणी हई करो कीर्तन. Then for a suppose if someone is intelligence is not so high, you know, low intelligence, you know, low intelligence, for such people without enviousness, without duplicity, without duplicity. If you do Harinam, that is the best thing. Other than that, there is no other path or in Shastra. There is no hope without duplicity. Uh, then, with faith, if you take up the Nam, chanting, then do Hari, Guru, Vaishnava, Seva, service. Then such a person will not become useless, okay? But he becomes qualified. So, who is qualified? One who is with faith, huh, is chanting and then doing Hari Guru Vaishnava. One who does not do Hari Bhajan is, is actually committing suicide. So, in other words, even though he is living, okay, understand, appears to be like living. Usually, Atma, suicide meaning one who ends his life, right? By by his own force or something. But we have no right to do that. Understand? But the person may be living, but if he is not doing Haribhajan, then it is equivalent to he has committed suicide. In other words, by committing suicide, what do you get? You become a ghost and suffer like that. So, how do we know we got Krishna Bhakti or not? Whether we obtain Krishna Bhakti or not? See this question. So, he says, if we have a love to do Harina, Kirtan, Harina, we have love for chant. That means that is the symptom that we have, we are getting Krishna Bhakti quality. Chanting is this service, and the essence, the summary of service is Nam, Sri Nam. Now, what is the discrepancy? What is the difficulty in our chanting? Obstacle. What is the biggest obstacle in our chanting? It says this mundane false ego. Okay. No. Body or attachment to this body, related to this body as the mind. This is prakrit. And then duplicity. These are the big obstacles. So it will take away from the path of bhakti. But the real ego is that we are servant of Krishna. Jiva Swarupa Krishna. So if you are eternal servant of Krishna, then we are servant. We are serving him. Do not worry about anything else. Till when this mundane world, three Purusha, male and female, feeling, identification is there. Oh, I'm male. No, I'm female. Huh? Then he says, as long as we have that feeling, oh, I'm male, I'm female, like that, mundane, worldly feeling, then we cannot serve Navina Madana Krishna Sakshat. We cannot serve Madana, Manmata Manmata Krishna. So we have to overcome this both male and female, this worldly identification. Of course, this body is somebody's body is male, somebody's body is female. But we are neither male body or female body. Okay. Suppose you are in a car sitting. Car has some color or something. Well, car doesn't have male or female car, right? Male car or female car. Or some other identification. Company name. So it is the identification for the company, for the car, but sitting the driver, that is not a he is driving that vehicle. So like that we are sitting in this male body, female body. Sometimes male body, sometimes female body. But neither male or female. But the strong attachment will come. Oh no, yeah, female. Like that. Uh, that's the thing. So that's why in this case it's interesting. The Krishna says in Bhagavatam, Jata Shraddho Mat Katasu Nirvinya Sarva Karmasu Veda Dukkatmakan Kaman Parityage Api Anishwaraha Tato Bhajeta Mam Prita Shraddalu Druda Nishaya Jisamanas Tan Kaman Dukko Rakam Grahya. My devotees who have developed faith in hearing the narrations of my past times remain detached from fruitive activities and try to accept the objects of the senses just enough to maintain their lives, knowing well that sense enjoyment leads to a miserable result. Sense enjoyment leads to a miserable result. Still enduring the reactions to their previous karma and endeavoring to become free from the cycle of pleasant and unpleasant results which arise from such activities. They sincerely regret those fruitive activities and silently condemn them. They simply tolerate the reactions to those activities while simultaneously remaining engaged in my bhajana with firm faith and resolve. So this is, we are in this body. We have to harmonize, you know. Uh, but main attention is being bhajana, male and female. Like that, we have to endure previous karma. That's why he says, our Gurudev says, never complain, never criticize. Never stop. Never stop chanting. Another meaning is thank Krishna. Krishna. Very difficult time come. Yes, Krishna. You are so merciful. You have sent me only little bit. I deserve more. Haridas Thakur, Prahlad Maharaj, they were all praying like this. I deserve more suffering. Oh Lord, you are so kind. You give me only little taste. Imagine the difficulty they went through. So, okay, come. Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. So, now in the also qualification for bhakti, it says many devotees think, this is an important point, yet. For a long time now, I have been fully surrendered to my Guru. Sometimes we think, Bhaktivinoda Thakur talking about the qualification for bhakti. For a long time now, I have been fully surrendered to my Guru. I have accepted the Diksha mantra from him. I am also engaged in Shravana and Kirtana, hearing and uh, chanting. But still, I am not experiencing the desired result. What is the reason for this? Gradually, they become disinterested in their bhajana, and in the end, they become totally faithless. Sound knowledge of the conception of the proper qualification for bhakti can easily protect one from such doubt. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling, like in Bhagavad Gita, there are four kinds of people. Krishna says, Krishna, Chaturvida bhajante mam jana, Sukritino Arjuna. Artho jignasur artharti jnani cha bharatashabha. Meaning, oh my dear Arjuna, as a result of their accumulation of pious activities in innumerable lifetimes, four types of people engage in my bhajana. Artha, that means who are distressed. They are in distress. Oh, this problem, that problem. And then jignasu, those who are inquisitive. Artharti, those who desire wealth. And those huh, who possess spiritual knowledge. These four kinds of virtuous people, persons are qualified to perform my bhajana, I said. So, here, Jiva Goswami is explaining nicely. Says, uh, now he said, there may be doubt concerning existence of Sukruti in the Arthas, Jignashus and Arthas, meaning one who is distressed, but still saying Jignashu, inquiring, curious, and Artharti, who wants some wealth. Like the example is given in the four incidences. One is like Gajendra. You remember the story of Gajendra? Elephant. Gajendra was with so many female, you know, things. One time he goes to the water lake was caught by a crocodile pulling so many long, thousands of why, he's dragging, he's coming out. Gradually becomes weak. Other elephants tried to help him, but they could not. So he's in distress. So he realized there was a lotus that bite, luckily took it and tried to them. So Krishna showed mercy. He came and then released him, killing the crocodile. So by the mercy of Krishna, see, in the beginning he was distressed, so much suffering. The crocodile is becoming strong in the water, right? In water, crocodile is very strong. In the land, the elephant is strong. So crocodile is pulling to the water. So so that he cannot be that strong. Then he is losing strength. Initially, distress. Finally, God, I cannot. It's not possible for my own strength. Oh Lord. So then, because he approached Krishna, Krishna, Krishna came, and apparently he says, amazing, when Vishnu came on a chariot, from the Garuda, right? Garuda has not yet landed yet, flying, slowly. Vishnu was so anxious to save him, he did not wait till Garuda, you know, landed, meaning putting his feet on the land. Before he did, he jumped out. Lord, anxious to save him, from this pain. So he came very quickly, like that, because the prayer of Gajendra pulled Krishna. He was in distress. So by the mercy of Krishna, now he forgot about his distress. See, that's the whole thing. Here the point is, Gajendra forgot his distress and he called for Vishnu. So, so he became eligible for bhakti. That's how, But he is only distressed, thinking, oh, this, no, call, cry out. So that means what? Surrendering, meaning I cannot make any difference. I've tried and forget it. Hopeless. My situation is hopeless. Oh Lord, please. Then he shows mercy, himself mercy or Vaishnava. Like in the second example. So, by the mercy of Lord, his distress was removed and he qualified for Shuddha Bhakti. Saunaka and others, rishis, became very fearful upon the arrival of Kali Yuga, right? Age of Kali is coming. Kali Yuga Pavana Kali Bhaya Nashana Sri Sachinandana Gao. Kali Kukkura Kadana Eri Chao. Kali Yuga Pavana Kali Bhaya Nashana Sri Sachinandana Gao. We want to become free, from this. It's like a war, or like a dogs, you know. Bah, 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 bah. All demons, they are all fighting, you know. Basically like that. One country complaining about other country, you know. Neighbors complaining about neighbors. In the home also, parents complaining about children, children complaining, parents are fighting, right? It's all like dogs, bow, 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 making. intolerable. Husband, wife, children, is basically. So Kali, age of Kali is like that. If you want to get freedom from this, Kali Yuga power, all Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he can purify this age of sorrow, hypocrisy, Kali, and also the fear of this, fear, this, what will happen tomorrow, this, that, filled with fear. We're all filled with fear, but we are making a show. No, I'm all right. I'm happy. As long as we have this body of, you know, if I'm thinking of this body, then there will be fear. Okay, you cannot help it because this body can get hurt. Definitely, it's going to meet with death. Okay, even if nobody kills us, it's going to take birth. Definitely die. That's fear. But if we identify that no, I'm a devotee of Krishna, servant of Gurudev, servant of Guru Vaishnava, Sadhu, then that fear will not be there. Not identity. So when this Saunaka and the others became very fearful upon the arrival of Kali Yuga, understanding the inability of karma or fruitive activity to yield any benefit, they approached the great devotee Suta Goswami. Suta Goswami, they approached. Oh, Suta Goswami, how in this age could attain the ultimate benefit, age of Kali? Then Suta Goswami instructed them on Shuddha Bhakti. That's Srimad Bhagavatam. Huh? And as a result of receiving his mercy in this way, they attained Shuddha Bhakti. See, uh, Jignashu, they were inquiring. Huh? So, by the mercy of a devotee, they became qualified to get Shuddha Bhakti. Now, Dhruva Maharaj worshipped Bhagwan, motivated by the desire to attain an opulent kingdom. Dhruva Maharaj, he wanted a big kingdom, opulent kingdom. But when Bhagwan appeared before him, by Bhagwan's mercy, his desire for a kingdom vanished. His desire for a kingdom vanished. He said, oh, I got his mercy. I was thinking this broken, glass as a very valuable gem or diamond like that. Ah, see, desire for that. But that's how we started. But when we got the audience of Krishna, by mercy of Krishna, that desire was finished. So he became qualified for Shuddha Bhakti. Sanaka, Sanatan, Sanandan, and Sanat Kumara are the four Kumaras. Four Kumaras. In Brud Bhagavatamrita. Previously, they were Nirvishesha Jnans or impersonalists. But by the mercy of Bhagwan and the devotees, they completely rejected the conception of impersonalism and attained the Adhikara, qualification for Shuddha Bhakti. So, by the mercy of devotees or Krishna, these four become eligible for Shuddha Bhakti. So, Bhakti Vinod Thakur is saying, as long as all of them harbored desires, these four kinds, we may be only one of them. harbored desires within their hearts, either for relief from their distress, to satisfy their inquisitiveness, or to obtain wealth, or were attached to an impersonal conception of the absolute truth, they were ineligible for Shuddha Bhakti. See, now the point is, why sometimes we are not satisfied or we are not feeling progress. If we have these four things harboring within ourselves, we will not be qualified for Shuddha Bhakti. You know, so we have to become free from these four things. So, so Rupa Goswami, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is saying, या केनापि अति भाग्येन जत श्रद्धो asya sevana. When one is not too attached to or detached from this material world, not too much attached or not too detached. See, this is the point. Too attached, materialistic. Okay. Then completely detached, then you become impersonal. So, not too attached, nor too detached from this material world, and by some good fortune, if he develops faith in the service of Krishna's lotus feet, he is considered to possess the adhikara, qualification for Shuddha Bhakti. This is the should not be too attached for this material world. In other words, family or wealth or this and that are not detached completely, having this state. So borderline, be in between. Considering everything belongs to Krishna, everything meant for service of Krishna. So, so what happens is when worldly people realize the futility of material existence, uh, after being afflicted by various types of distress and by suffering in the absence of their desired object, they begin to lead their lives in a mood of detachment from the material world. If by some good fortune at such a time they acquire the association of Bhagavan's devotees, they inquire from them and come to understand that there is no higher destination than the attainment of Bhagavan. Gradually they develop firm faith in this and engage in bhajana. At that time it can be said that they have developed Shraddha in Krishna Bhakti. This very Shraddha is the root cause of the eligibility for Shuddha Bhakti, as confirmed Jiva Goswami's explanation. So, this is when he says, Krishna says, my devotees who have developed faith in hearing the narrations of my past friends remain detached from fruitive activities and try to accept the objects of the senses just enough to maintain their lives, knowing well that sense enjoyment leads to a miserable result. So if you engage too much sense, it's miserable. Just enough to maintain this body. Accept it. Still, enduring the reactions to their previous karma and endeavoring to become free from the cycle of pleasant and unpleasant results. So accept, like, no complaint, no criticism. Oh Krishna, everything is His mercy. Pleasant or unpleasant. And they sincerely regret those fruitive activities and silently condemn. They simply tolerate. They have to simply tolerate the reactions to those activities while simultaneously remaining engaged in my bhajana. Firm faith and resolve. This is what our Gurudev is telling. Never criticize, never complain, never stop chanting. Accept everything coming from him and then keep chanting. Remember, thanking Krishna. Oh Krishna, thank you. See, as soon as you remember Krishna, accept, actually that is the truth. Krishna is the cause of everything, right? We say Sarva Karna Karanam Ishvaraha Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karna Karan is the root cause of all causes, right? We know. Then we say, no, 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 it was unfair. He was unfair, she was unfair. Wait a minute. We are keep telling is the cause of all causes, and here we are complaining. You see what I'm saying? Remember this sloka. No, we have heard. Krishna is the cause of all causes. He is not the cause of all my suffering, or she is not the cause of my suffering. It's Krishna who is the good. Then what? You fight with Krishna. you know, whatever. Another thing we should know is Krishna is sweeter than the sweet. Okay, everything associated with Krishna is Madhuradhipater Akilam Madhuram, 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 right? You know the bhajan, right? You should sing these bhajans. Gavo Madhura, Gopa Madhura. Everything Krishna does is sweet. Such a sweet person cannot do unsweet things, okay? Unpleasant things he cannot do. But now we are feeling unpleasant things happen. He's sending sweet, but we are feeling very bitter. Now problem is with us, okay? Because of the disease, we are confusing the sweetness to bitterness. And bitterness to the sweetness, okay? Sweetness to be, like anyway, like that, So just because of, but we have the faith. That's why faith meaning understanding to the intelligence. Body is telling, my senses is telling, it's very difficult, man, I cannot solve it. But with the intelligence, it says, no, 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 it is actually good. You don't understand. See? That's how we have to overcome the senses. Don't know. So, body is, the thing is uh, inert body, but it acts as if, like we're discussing about the TV, it is actually inert, but it becomes alive, real. Wow, yes, yes, real. He's running, she's running. Wow, we sometime, uh, like one time, long time back, I was in Canada, and probably 78, 79, 1977. I will not forget. So that time there was a world fair, I forgot, uh, Canada. There was a show at that time. What they were showing is Cinerama or something like that, big screen, very horizontal, long screen, okay, big, wide screen, 78, okay. Now, of course, there are so many different things, and people are sitting like in a uh, what do you call auditorium, right? There's a screen, big screen. They are showing big entire wall. So what they're showing is they're showing the shooting of a the Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls, famous fall, big one. Water is falling, and what they are screening is the boat is going. Okay, boat is going, and it's going very speed, and then the bottom in the falling water is also only 10, 20, 30 feet away. You know, and you are sitting in the chair, and you have the feeling as if you are, he's showing the boat coming from far away and going near the about the fall down. And I see, even I was myself hanging onto my chair, as if I'm going to fall down. The feeling, the video and all that. After all, it's a wall. Okay, there's no water there. Understand? But the boat is also not there. It's just wall for a time being appearing like a water, the falls and the boat and everything. Then what happens? 30 feet away, 40 feet away, the boat stops. Then you feel relaxed. Wow. I will tell you, as if it is live, as if this is the play, uh, drama, illusion, what do you call that? So, every situation, maybe the dream or like that. Same way, these difficulties, suffering and all that is actually like that. If you become observed, oh no, Krishna is sending. If you do not, identify with this body, then they come and go. So remembering Krishna, that's the main key. Krishna, thank you, Lord. Faith, that is always our well-wisher. Gurudev is our well-wisher. So if we that's why see our time is up. That's why the Vaman Maharaj says one thing. This one I wish you could do. Uh, Vichar kiye bina, without deliberation. Okay, he's saying, Vaman Maharaj, without deliberation, to follow the order of Guru is the actually disciple shishyatva, and then complete sharanagati, surrender. That is the way you can measure our surrender. How do you measure this? How we measure? Uttama Hridaya. See, when people serve their siblings, right, like their children, they get some happiness. Right? Right? That cannot be described. Same way, when we serve Guru Vaishnava, the practitioners or practitioners, the happiness that we attain in our heart, that cannot be expressed without duplicity. Serving Sri Guru Vaishnava, only serving, want to serve. Other than that, There should not be any prarthana, any prayer. You know, only thing is service. Need service, service. What is our great wealth? Our only wealth is Bhakta Bhagwan ki Krupa, Diksha. Bhakta Bhagwan. He is referring to Gurudev as Bhakta Bhagwan. It's amazing. Huh? He says to obtain the mercy of the Guru, the mercy that we get by serving is our wealth. Uh, by the instruction of Sri Gurudev to go on a path of life. Uh, that is the uh, our only desire. Uh, serving mentality is the uh, like a abhushana, like a shringara, or that is the surrendered souls. Uh, and we and entitling everything of that we have in the service. That is the complete Atma Samarpana. Atma Samarpana. So, service or uh, because of qualification, difference, the practitioner in their heart, uh, we get this purti, meaning inspiration of the truths. uh, that difference will be there. This is Tattva Siddhanta. Then, Pavan Maharaj used to say, we should remember this. Very simple. देखिबे सुनिबे बोलिबे ना देखिबे सुनिबे बोलिबे ना meaning what? Observe and hear, but do not speak. देखिबे सुनिबे बोलिबे ना. Observe, observe, okay, see, hear, but don't speak. This is why, see, they remember, if you remember what I'm saying it. Because, like I was telling you, you are not sitting in a boat, you are sitting in a chair, okay? Strong chair. It's not going to move. There is no water here. Okay. Auditorium, there was no water. You are sitting on a chair, very, safely, okay? You are looking at a wall, and here they are putting a video, and you are thinking, oh man, I'm going to fall down. Real feeling you get it, and then you are trying to hold on to the chair, so that you don't fall down. It's funny, See, it creates such a thing. You understand? But in reality, there is no danger. You are sitting in a chair, hall, there is no water, okay, there is no falls anywhere. It's a sound. I mean, you understand this, Same way this world, okay, okay. It looks like, like that. So, uh, if we, that's why we think of Krishna, you see, you know, they give, you see, but what you see with your eyes or what you hear, don't say anything. Because when you say commit, you cannot take it back. I saw, I hear. She cannot take it. And just don't say anything. Then you say, oh, what? Wait a minute. What I am saying, is it really true? What I am hearing, is it reality? Sense perception. Reality is different. You know, Krishna is putting into this. It's like in the sleep. Baby is sleeping because some dreamer crying. "Ah," even sometimes, maybe a lion will chasing us or a thief. We become fearful. Then what happens? We wake up, close it, open eyes. What happens? There is no thief or no tiger or nothing. So that's why don't give too much to this world, that what we see or what we hear. See and hear, but don't commit. Committing meaning that means we are accepting this is a reality. Understand? It is not reality. Huh? It may be, true in a sense, it is not eternal, but it is not the everything. You know. So, but it is easy, but practice, constant practice and detachment. You'll be successful, huh, by constant practice and detachment. Constant practice of what? You know, you have to keep on practicing. Sometimes we fail. Yes, we get fearful of this. Then, try, one more time. That's why these difficulties, different people we come across. Why? Because we have not passed the exam. Okay. Understand? Why you stay in the, first standard to second standard, whatever, right? Because as long as we don't pass, we are going the same class. If we pass, then like that. These situations keep on hammering us because we have not learned the lesson, not getting influenced by it. Hey, dekibe, sunibe, na bolibe na. Observe, hear, but hmm, do not speak. So this is what he taught, and he practiced it. You know, Gurudev is also our actual Guru. We want to in a Harikatha and all, some people want to speak. It's like they have to, but it's not like you are letting others to speak. You were quietly. So like that, uh, great qualities. What it. So our time is up. So we glorify Gurudev, Vaman Maharaj, all the Vaishnavas, and pray for their mercy, pray for their blessing. So we become better. We can do service to them. So Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare. Pranam to everybody. Sorry for the delay. Hare Krishna.